Dito sa Power and Play. Mula sa mga paborito at naglalakihang atleta hanggang sa mga natatanging Pinoy sports figures na dapat nyong makilala. Ihahatid yan dito sa Power and Play.
Kapwa ko Pilipino, ipagmalaki ang galing na meron tayo. Ilantad ang likas nating talento at magdala ng saya sa mundo. Sa harap ng pagsubok ay di susuko, para sa pangarap tayo'y porsigido. Magpakitang gilas na at magpapatalo, ipagdiwang natin ang Pilipino. Mula noon at hanggang ngayon, talento natin ang bida. Mula sa simpleng bakuran hanggang entablado natin ipakita. May pagsubok man ng Pinoy, pinalalakas ng saya. San man tayo sa pulo, tsumbe, sibay, lakay, amiga. Sama-samang pakita ang galing natin katropa sa kapwa ko Pilipino.
Makinig, talakayin natin ang laro. Gusto mo, pag-usapan natin. Ibida ang hilig ng bawat Pilipino na merong taglay na galing. Bago na, Power and Play na. Bago na, Power and Play. Bago na, Power and Play na. Bago na, Pilipinas tayo na. Bago na,
Philippines, the win is over! The gold is yours! Finally, Diaz!
Serena Bolden gets the first goal for the Philippines in the FIFA Women's World Cup.
Power and Play with Noli, Eala.
Power and Play is presented by Cherry Loom, ang yerong may aluminum. Cherry Tigo, there's more to our cars. Joyride, ang bago ninyong kasundo. And Arena Plus, astig sa sports. Habang tumitindi ang init sa Tag-Araw, yan din po ang pagtindi naman ng mga laro sa NBA at sa iba't iba pa mong dako ng sports. At yan po ang ating pag-uusapan ngayong Sabado ng umaga. Uy, bango na! Power and Play na. Magandang umaga po sa inyo lahat mga kapatid. Nagmumula po sa TV5 Media Center sa aming 1PH Studios. Ito po ang Power and Play at kinakamusta po natin lahat ng ating pong mga suki sa Radyo 5 92.3 True FM. Dito na tayo sa totoo. Good morning! At sa 1PH on Signal TV, magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. At sa lahat po nakatutok naman sa Facebook ng Power and Play 1PH at Radyo 5 sa buong mundo. Kamusta po kayong lahat? Sabi nga nila, feels like 46. Yan po ang tindi ng panahon. And syempre, pag ganyan po, dapat tayo mag-iingat. Kaya po, marami tayong pag-uusapan mamaya patungkol din po sa mga tips sa inyong mga mahihilig mag-ehersisyo, maglaro ng mga iba't ibang sports, lalong-lalo na yung mga outdoor sports. Para naman po ay siguraduhin nating ligtas ang ating pong aktibidad sa larangan po ng palakasan. Of course, hindi po mabubuo ang ating Sabado ng umaga kung hindi ko kasama ang, of course, batikang kolumnista and of course, public relations guru, ang aking partner, si Big J, Jera Season. Morning, partner.
Good morning, partner. Good morning, all the sports fans na nanonood ng Power and Play with Noli, Eala. Totoo yung sinabi mo, partner. Mainit talaga yung panahon na to. Grabe, masyadong mainit.
Talaga. Pero, partner, kahit mainit,
Yeah.
Ito ang gusto ko maano Congratulations. Mainit din ang laro po ni Jera season dahil kahapon po nanalo ito si partner ng second place diyan po sa Mimosa Golf ng kanya pong tropeo bilang Class A Class A mga kapatid. Santi, nasan ba yung mga litrato natin? Para makita naman nila na talagang tumatanggap itong si partner Jera. Jera, ano ba yan? Mainit pero mainit din ang laro. Paano ba, ha?
Actually,
Swerte ba?
Swerte yan lang.
Sino pa pasalamat? Saan ba yan? Ano bang tournament yan?
Maraming salamat sa Kapampangan Media Golf.
Yun.
Last year, kasama
tayo dyan. Kasama tayo dyan.
Palagi natin sinusuportahan yung organisasyon na yan at every year nagkakaroon sila ng golf tournament sa Mimosa. Pinalad tayo na medyo maganda ang palo natin kahapon. Kumbaga parang galing sa Green Hills, Class A yung nakuha.
Class A. Sana yung trophy, Class A din. Hindi replica. Oy, siya nga pala, talking about paglalaro. Kahapon din po tayo maswerte. Kaya ako hindi nakasama sa aking partner.
Nakasali si partner.
Sa Mimosa. Tayo po yung naimbitahan dyan sa Subic International Golf Club. First time po natin naglaro dyan. At gusto ko lang magbigay ng isang malaking shoutout. Yan, nanonood sila ngayong araw na to sa lahat po ng mga caddies and of course mga tagapasimuno dyan sa Subic International Golf. Lalong-lalo na yung naging caddy ko, si Thea Lobo. Good morning, si Eliza Jane Onda. Ayan kita mo naman, AJ. Hinahanap ka na ni Algin.
Si Algin
Si Rose Reyes, nako, kamusta kayo? And of course, si Sam Muska, na ang partner naman si Randy.
Kilala ko yun.
Sabi ko anak yata ni Randy itong si Rose. Pero kamusta po kayong lahat, Teya? Magandang umaga sa inyo. And yan shout out namin sa lahat po ng mga nakasama natin sa Subic International Golf. And partner, talking about golf, of course, over the weekend, last weekend, nalampasan tayo ng story ngayon, but napakaganda nung ipinakita ni Scottie Scheffler sa larangan ng golf. Doon as he won his second Masters sa Augusta. What can you say about itong si Scottie Scheffler, partner?
Ito lang masasabi ko dito kay Scottie Scheffler. Ang galing mo. From start to finish, leading ka
Oo.
Hawak niya He controlled the game.
Pambihira.
Pambihira.
Iba na talaga. You know, again, the consistency of play.
Yeah.
Yung ika nga paglalaro niya ng very calm ang kanyang demeanor. Kahit na, alam mo, kagandahan yan, pag nabubogi siya, tuloy, birdie kagad, the following hole.
Hinahabol niya.
Alam mo, yun ang importante. Yung, pag nagkamali ka, bangon kagad. Para makabawi. O ito pakita natin muna yung trophy ni partner Jera sa pagkapanalo niya kahapon. Pakita mo yung isa pa. Meron yung isa pa yung mismong trophy na baka hindi sila maniwala na runner up
Yung kasama ko ang trophy niya yung payong.
Nakakatuwa. Again, nakakatuwa. Congratulations ulit, partner. Well, mga kapatid, pinag-uusapan po natin ang mundo ng golf. Of course, mainit na mainit ang labanan doon sa Masters. But ngayon, simula po ng NBA postseason na. Nagsimula na ang postseason. Kaya po, napakarami na nakatutok dito muli sa NBA after sa pagtatapos po ng kanilang regular season kung saan matindi din ang labanan all the way to the end, yung last day ng regular season. Kaya po, yan naman ang ating tututukan ngayong araw pong ito sa ating mahabang talakayan at malalim na usapan sa What's the Score?
Power and Play with Noli, Eala.
Well, the pretenders are out and the real dogs are left. Magsisimula na ang tunay na bakbakan sa NBA sa pagbubukas ng playoffs pagkatapos ng 1,000, ang dami pala 1,230 regular season games. Ito na ang postseason, mga kapatid. May dalawa na lang koponan na hinihintay at yan po ay maglalaban ngayong araw na to, yung Miami Heat kontra Chicago Bulls at mamaya yung Pelicans at Kings para sa huling slot sa East and West. Naglalaban ngayon ng Chicago Bulls at Miami Heat at mamaya nga magtatapat po yung dalawa, yung Kings at saka yung Pelicans for the 8th spot ng West. Mga kalaban ng mananalo sa Bulls Heat ang Boston Celtics na number 1 team sa Eastern Conference. Ito naman ang iba pang first round matchup sa East. New York Knicks kontra Philadelphia 76ers, Milwaukee Bucks kontra Indiana Pacers, at Cleveland Cavaliers versus the Orlando Magic. Number 1 naman ang Oklahoma City Thunder na naghihintay sa mananalo sa Pelicans at Kings. Blockbuster din ang ibang tapatan sa Wild Wild West. Nandiyan ang defending champions Denver Nuggets at Los Angeles Lakers, Minnesota Timberwolves against the Phoenix Suns, at Los Angeles Clippers versus the Dallas Mavericks. So, sa What's the Score natin ngayong linggo, himayin natin ang mga predictions sa first round ng NBA playoffs. At of course, dito sa usapang ito, partner, gusto natin malaman lamang kung ano yung mga pakiramdam ninyo dito sa playoffs. And I'll begin with you. Bago natin ipasok yung ating mga bisita, Jera, yung regular season naging napakamatindi. Yeah. But more than that, parang ang daming innovation ng NBA. Ang ganda, di ba? Parang iba talaga yung pag-iisip nila sa NBA, no?
Actually, yung maganda di ba? Katulad nito, no? We've been introduced to another format
Oo.
sa playoffs. Dati alam lang natin, may play-in.
May play-in. Oo.
Parang may play-in.
Oo,
Di
di ba? Tuloy, yung kahit yung mga late bloomers, ika nga, nakakahabol.
Yeah, exactly.
Alam naman natin nangyari last year, yung Miami, number 8 seed, all the way to the championship ng NBA, di ba? At yun namang Lakers, number 8 seed, napunta sa Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, kumbaga parang iyahambing mo yan sa communications, no? What NBA is doing right now is they're trying to do a narrative. May drama.
Oo, yan.
Yeah, di ba?
Merong
Parang-
dahan-dahang
exactly.
dahan-dahang inilalabas lang.
Yes.
Hindi yung biglaan.
Di ba? Parang
ang ganda.
parang telenovela sa Korean na parang gano'n eh.
Oo.
Teleserye, di ba? Sino kaya ang papasok, di ba?
Oo.
Di ba? Ito ba, mas lalo na yung mga nasa baba ngayon, ang laki ng fan base.
Oo.
Pero nasa baba.
Oo.
Di ba? Kaya maganda. Maganda yung ginagawa ng NBA.
Well, para po pag-usapan pa natin ng mas malalim pa ang ating paksa ngayong araw pong ito sa What's the Score. Kasama na po natin ang Editor-in-Chief ng The Game Magazine. Walang iba kundi si Sid Ventura at ang Head of Sports para sa PLDT Smart. Ang aking boss yan, ha? Si Jude Torquato.
Boss yan.
Good morning, Sid and Jude. Thank you for joining us this morning. Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday, Jude. Happy Saturday, Sid.
Magandang umaga po, Com Noli and Mr. Jera. Glad to be here and enjoying the conversation so far.
Oo. Sid, magandang umaga. Thank you for joining us. At meron ka palang bagong posisyon ngayon, ha, Sid, ha? Meron ka palang bagong magazine.
EIC.
Oo.
Yes, salamat Com, and thanks for inviting me again. Nagpalit na tayo ng
Oo.
ng label sa
Nice,
The
nice.
Game Magazine.
Abangan
Although
niyo po yan, ha?
online siya talaga.
Online,
pero,
online. Alright.
The Game Magazine. Anyway, it's good to be back. It's a long time. Been a
Oo.
long time since I guested here. Nagbago na rin na format.
Para lang sa iyo to, tsaka kay Jude. Alam mo naman kami ni Jera, pwede kami sumulat dyan sa mga magazine na ganyan. Biro lang, Sid. Alright.
I'll keep that in mind.
Let's begin. I want to ask, before we go to the NBA postseason, Jude and Sid, no? I want to ask your thoughts. Kasi pinag-usapan namin ni Jera dito yung mga innovations ng NBA. And obviously, the biggest innovation, aside from the in-season tournament, ngayon, yung play-in, kung saan naging very exciting all the way to the end. Jude, do you like it? Do you like that format?
Ako, pabor ako dyan. No? I think hindi lang yung idea ng win or go home ng in-season or that tournament itself. It's the last 2 weeks of the regular season. Kasi usually, pag wala ka na sa top 8, pinapahinga mo na yung mga players, wala nang bearing. But now that yung top 10 ang papasok, and 7, 8, 9, 10, maglalaban-laban pa, yung last 2 weeks nagiging mas exciting pa nga eh. It's not just the actual playoffs. Yeah. It's also yung ending ng regular season naging mas interesting dito sa NBA.
Alam natin what happened. In fact, sa dulo, naghabulan.
Yeah.
Nagtabla-tabla pa nga. In the West particularly, at the top, dikit-dikit. And even sa ilalim, yung mga sa play-in nagkagirian pa, mga tang Lakers, bumaksak ang Warriors, nakabalik ang Philadelphia, etc. etc. And Sid, the thing I want to ask you though is, sabi nga, it's very interesting. It makes it all the fun all the way to the end. But for players na nung araw pag safe ka na sa 7, 8, sa East, ngayon hindi ka pa pwedeng safe dahil you wanna get to the 6th spot para ma-avoid mo yung play-in. There's a lot of games that have to be played na meaningful games all the way to the end. Ito ba kumbaga may impact sa mga players? Do you think that this is a little bit risky, lalong-lalo na for injuries as we have seen with some of the teams, Sid?
Well, anytime you add additional games to the schedule, talagang may risk yan. Na for additional injury, you're exposing the players for an additional 48 minutes. Pero tingin ko, the risks are outweighed by the advantages. Gaya nga sabi ni Jude, dati pag 9th ka na o 10th, wala ka nang pakialam. Same goes with yung jockeying for that 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th position. Ngayon, everyone's trying to go for the 6th seed na. 'Di ba? Para umiwas na doon sa play-in kung saan pwede ka pang malaglag, So, yung last few games ng regular season, makikita mo ngayon yung mga teams and the players themselves, they're going all out to get to a certain spot where they want to. So, tingin ko may risk nga, pero overall, it's a very good innovation by the NBA.
Yeah, I totally agree, no. And besides, these players, they're doing this for the fans.
Yes.
Diba?
Oo.
Kumbaga, regardless of the injury.
Ang panalo dito, fans.
Yeah, exactly. Ang panalo dito, yung mga NBA fans, they're doing this for the fans.
Tama yan.
Yeah.
Well, and we know how exciting it has been actually for all of us. So let's start with the top. Dahil there are only 2 teams left, or 2 slots left. At the moment, Chicago lumalaban sa East, sa last playoff seat. And they're playing Miami, lamang ng 10 right now ang Miami Heat, but Jimmy Butler is not playing. But let's start this discussion at the top. And Jude, the Celtics dominated the East.
Pero
Ayun, may sombrero.
kaya
May
question ko lang
sombrero.
kung sino ang pinapabura ni Sid.
Kaya hindi ko tinatanong kasi alam ko na sasagot ni Sid.
Akala ko Chris pa
Toyota tayo.
Okay. This is kaya ano ko muna si Sid dito dahil alam ko Celtics to. I know Jude is Chicago dahil ito kasama ko to sa Fantasy League kaya ang laging dinadraft nito Chicago. But the Celtics have been so dominant. 64-18. They're the only team that won 60 games ngayong taon na to, ngayong season na to. They had a 14-game advantage over the second placer sa East. And of course, they have a plus 11.3 differential between them and the rest of the field. Jude, are they unbeatable?
Sa tingin ko, sorry Sid,
Sorry agad,
yung agwat nung record nila is a little deceiving. Kasi maraming mga teams sa East na yung superstar player medyo na-injure during the regular season na rin. And I think yung Celtics medyo they're still the best team and they still would have gotten the best record regardless, no? Pero yung agwat na yon medyo deceiving. I think the rest of the Eastern Conference is a little bit closer than what the records say, no? And especially in a playoff series, a lot of things can happen. So hindi ganun katambak yung I guess even in my perception, no? And then historically, especially now itong may play-in tournament, yung number 8 seed has actually done well. And sinabi nga ni Noli, yung the Miami Heat, I think number 8 sila nung pumasok sila sa NBA Finals, no? In one of the years. So, playoffs is a different animal from the regular season. Marami ng superstars na nagsabi niyan. So, favored pa rin ang Boston pero hindi ganun ka-laki yung
as the record shows.
As the record shows.
Oh, well, Sid, I know that it's been very comfortable for a lot of the Celtics fans. Hindi pinapawisan, and they have a depth 6. Yung starting 6 nyo is probably the best starting lineup in the NBA. Pero bakit ganon, Sid? Unang-unang tanong ko is, sa tingin mo ba nakatulong the Boston has not had a meaningful game in about a month now dahil nga ang laki na agwat. Nakatulong kaya yan or
Yung confidence nila.
nakahirap yan?
Tingin ko nakatulong kasi ang iniiwasan talaga nila was a major injury to any one of their top 6 players Kaya sinashuffle nila yung lineup, hindi nila pinapalaro yung ibang stars sa ibang games In the end, I think they got what they wanted, rested and healthy na team with the number 1 seed, and they clinched the number 1 seed maaga pa lang so there was really no point in going all out. Baka mamaya may injury pa. Yung nga lang, it made for a couple of bad losses lang towards the end. Tinambangan sila ng Knicks, ng Bucks, 2 Eastern Conference rivals na baka mamaya na-plant sa utak ng mga teams na yun beatable lang Boston, kayang-kaya natin to mga to. So, overall, okay lang. I think they did the right approach. They did what they had to do to secure the number 1 seed and get their players ready for the playoffs.
So, in other words, you're still very, very confident, Sid, na all the way to the finals ang Boston.
I don't want to jinx anything. Nananawa na ako. No comment.
No, but Jer, napanood natin ang Boston and talaga namang napakagaling. But bakit sa tingin mo, may doubters pa? Jude said na dahil nga yung Eastern Conference maraming stars na nagka-injury. Of course, Embiid in Philadelphia. Si Giannis in and out. Of course, ang New York, nawala ng Julius Randle. Do you think that's a factor? Kaya hindi sold lahat na easy picking para sa Boston itong East?
Well, I agree with Jude, di ba? Dahil for the past, if I'm not mistaken, for the past 2 seasons of the NBA, nasa top tier din ng
Celtics.
Boston,
Correct.
di ba?
They
Tapos,
were,
nagbago yung laro nila pagpasok ng playoffs
Oo.
And they never made it.
Alam mo yun na sinasabi.
Ayun yun
Yun nga sinasabi nila. And, again, in all respect to all of the Celtics fans.
Yeah.
Wala pa daw napapatunayan yung Tatum at Jaylen Brown na combination. They have made it all the way to the conference finals. Natalo sila sa Heat. Of course,
Exactly.
last year. The other year, natalo sila against the Golden State Warriors. So again, yung track record mo and that is always the proof of the pudding.
Yes.
Kaya yun ang rason yata kung bakit
Kumbaga, during the regular season, it was all push. Di ba? Ngayon, shoving na ngayon So when push comes to shove, nag-iiba na yung mga, maski na, kunyari, pumasok ang Miami dyan, di ba? Iba na yung laban sa playoffs. Labanan na talaga.
At hindi malayo, magtatapat sila sa first round.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, on the other side of the fence, gentlemen, of course, ang OKC was the surprise winner and top team sa West. Although tabla sila ng Denver Nuggets, nakuha ng OKC yung tiebreak. And I wanna ask this is a young team, Sid. Very young team itong OKC with guys like Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, si Jalen Williams, si Chet Holmgren, and of course si Giddey ng galing sa Australia. Do you think that they are ahead of schedule? Hinog na ba para really mag all the way to the NBA Finals itong OKC?
Well, they are ahead of schedule talaga, pati yata sila nagulat na number 1 seed sila. No one was expecting that. Everyone was expecting the Nuggets, di ba? Na mag number 1 and they should have. Hindi lang dahil sa last second loss sa Spurs. Pero yeah, they are ahead of schedule. Yung nga lang talagang I think mapapalaban sila sa playoffs kasi ibang ibang usapan na yan. That's where you grow up, kumbaga, And they're a very, very young team. They have a very young core. I want to see how they do in a grind it out 7-game series against the other contenders, lalo na yung mga physical teams like Minnesota. May dalawang malaking babalik pa raw si Karl Anthony Towns. And of course the defending champions, Denver Nuggets, medyo nag-stumble sila ng kaunti papuntang playoffs. Pero nandiyan pa rin sila. So magandang test para sa kanila. Will they make it all the way to the finals? Well, medyo tingin ko alanganin yung number 1 seed sila. Pero mapapalaban sila.
Jude, is their lack of experience gonna hurt them? Lalong-lala na. when they meet in the first round, it's possibly the Sacramento Kings or the Pelicans. Mabigat kaagad yan. And then, of course, when they get to the the second round, it could either be the Clippers or the Mavericks. You think their lack of experience will hurt them?
Absolutely, yes. Tingin ko, I'm a firm believer in earning your stripes. And history is not on the side of Oklahoma City. No, I think the playoffs is definitely a different animal than the regular season, and it's a 7-game grind it out every single series. So tingin ko, if you look at the history of the NBA, it's yung mga pumapasok sa finals at saka nananalo ng championship. It's the teams that have had experience of losing and the playoffs, through that process. No, so I would be very surprised if they made it even to the Western Conference Finals as the number one as the number one seed. Because these are very young players, and the playoffs historically is not the same as the regular season. Tingin ko, yung sinabi ni Sid na they're ahead of schedule. I think as far as playoffs is concerned, they're probably within schedule. Kasi this will, mahahasa sila dito sa playoffs eh. And I think they might be 1, 2, 3 years down the line, sila na talaga. And I think this is the same thing with Denver. This is the same thing with Milwaukee. Same thing with Celtics. Actually, might be in that process pa rin, And even historically, ako yung Chicago Bulls ko. The Bulls had to go through Detroit. They had to go through New York. They had to go through all these different teams to get themselves ready to be a championship team. No? And I think Oklahoma is in that process, sa tingin ko. Again, I'm not expecting them to make it to the finals.
Well, alam mo, Jera, itong OKC, hindi lang para sa ngayong taon ito because they have so many picks in the next few years, itong OKC. So, kahit matalo to, I don't think they should be despairing dahil ang dami pa nilang pagkakataon.
Yan ang abangan natin in the next coming seasons, probably 2 or 3 seasons. Sila na yan.
They could be very dominant in the next coming years. Well, from the top, let's go to the bottom. Of course, hindi pa natin alam kung sino yung number 8 at naglalaban pa sila sa play-in right now. But we already know the 2 teams that made it into the playoffs. Yan ay ang Los Angeles Lakers at ang Philadelphia 76ers. So let me ask you, Jude, who do you trust more to move on to the second round? The Sixers or the Lakers?
Ako,
neither.
This might be a cop-out, no? But ako, kung sino man yung healthy. Kasi those are all veterans, no? Joel Embiid, LeBron James, Anthony Davis, itong mga players na to, they're not just veterans, they're aging veterans, right? And sa tingin ko, if they can keep themselves healthy, they have a great chance of advancing, no? And a 7-game series, it's hard to stay healthy, especially when your bones are a little bit older, no? And that will be the key for me. Na pag maglaro si Joel Embiid, pag maglaro si AD at saka si LeBron James, etc., I would favor them. It's just that things happen all the time in a 7-game series, and if you're not 100%, mahirap mag-predict na silang mananalo.
Well, alam natin ang dadaanan ng Lakers is the defending champions na ang record nila ay 2-9 in the last 2 seasons of the NBA. They were swept last year sa Western Conference Finals, and of course, the Joker is the best player in the world. Sa tingin mo ba, lulusot itong Lakers? May isang scout na nagsabi today in a social media post that he thinks that the Lakers are peaking at the right time and that malaki ang nawala sa Nuggets dahil sa pagkawala ni Jeff Green at saka ni Bruce Brown. Sa tingin mo ba may laban dito ang Lakers? Mag-iiba to?
I think that I just answer. I think winning 4 out of 7 is a tough task. Pero again, pag may LeBron James ka at saka may Anthony Davis ka, 4 out of 7 is not out of the question, regardless of having the best player on the other side.
Sid?
Well, it's all about matchups sa akin, ang playoffs. If you get into a bad matchup, malas mo na lang. And, the Nuggets have proven that they've had the Lakers number. Yeah. Even this season, di ba? Hindi nila natalo. 3 meetings. The Nuggets won all of them. Pero that being said, the Nuggets are not the same team as they were last year. Mm-hmm. malaking kawalan talaga si Bruce Brown that is not talked about enough eh. Okay, yung mga pumalit mga bata pa at medyo wala pa sa level ni Bruce Brown, and of course the scoring of Jeff Green as you mentioned. So, and you're right, we actually talked to Derek Fisher a few days ago kami mga media, and he did say na he might be biased daw, but the Lakers have been the best team in the league daw for the past couple of weeks. In the NBA. And I agree with him na the key player here actually is not necessarily AD or LeBron. It might be D'Angelo Russell. Kung he has been playing with a chip on his shoulder talaga ever since na may trade rumors involving him. Parang galit na galit siya sa mundo eh. So if D'Angelo Russell can continue his hot streak, I think the Lakers can give the Nuggets a very, very competitive series. I will just say this lang. I don't think magsasweep ang Nuggets.
Well, it's still, yun lang. Unlike last year, talagang na-sweep 4-0.
Fair enough.
That's fair enough. And I really think the Lakers have a chance, but I still think the Nuggets have put it together. And until they can get through, hindi lamang kay Joker, until they can solve that problem of Jokic, but also the altitude ng Mile High City, I think it'll be very difficult. Again, but you never bet against LeBron James.
Yeah.
Tama, partner?
I totally agree.
Siyempre.
Uulitin ko lang lahat yung sinabi ninyong tatlo. It's
All right.
okay.
There are only a few other matchups here that are quite interesting, and I want to ask you both before we end this discussion on what's the score. Of course, there are 4 other matchups: Bucks, Pacers, Cavs, Magic sa East, and of course sa West, Wolves, Suns, Clippers, and Mavs. Who do you think will come out of those series? Jude, ikaw muna. Maybe from the East muna. Bucks, Pacers, Cavs, Magic.
Well, I think regular season, it goes, parang ang prediction dapat talaga is Pacers. No? I think the Pacers have had Milwaukee's number, and I think even sa Milwaukee, nung pumasok si Doc Rivers yata, nahirapan din sila. They're under 500 to end the regular season. No? Ako, I hate to be a broken record, but I think hopefully si Giannis maglaro. No?
Parang hindi nga eh. Parang hindi daw eh.
They cannot win anything without Giannis Antetokounmpo. No? So siya yung X factor dito ulit na I think pinahinga siya towards the end, hoping na he'll be ready for the series. And I think yun ang nangyari last year, no? Na injured siya during the series, and as a top seed or as one of the favored, na eliminate din sila. So I think those factors, ako Indiana, I think will win that series pending a superstar comeback by Giannis Antetokounmpo.
How about the Cavs versus Magic?
Yan.
Yung sa Magic naman, ako I'm for the Magic here, only because the Cavs have been sputtering, and I think yung psychological mindset na maraming trade rumors para kay
Donovan Mitchell
might affect the desire and the motivation of the Cavs, and I think it did going towards the end of the regular season as well. So and the Magic, a very young team as well, very motivated. I think they will be the ones to take that series.
And remember, pinili, partner, ng Cavs ang Magic. Nagpatalo sila nung last day.
Hoping
na ito yung madaling pathway patungo sa Eastern Conference Finals. Minsan, be careful what you wish for.
Yes, correct.
Sid, what about the West? Timberwolves versus Suns. Ang gaganda ng laban dito ha. Tsaka yung Clippers, Mavs.
Alam mo, I might be wrong, but this might be the first time na yung dalawang lower seeds in playoffs in one conference might be the favored.
Oo.
Kasi sa Clippers versus Mavs, Clippers have really been struggling of late. Tapos hindi natin alam ang status ni Kawhi. Diba? He's dealing with that knee issue. And knees are always very tricky. And si Luka on the other side, he's been going supernova. And the Mavs really have a lot of confidence, I think, going to the playoffs. I see the Mavs possibly upsetting the Clippers in the 4-5 matchup. Tapos yung kabila rin, Timberwolves versus Suns. Yung Suns, they'll always be very dangerous. Timberwolves, ngayon lang sila ulit this high na seeding
Oo.
So, may ano rin yan eh. Tingin ko may malaking chance rin ng Suns to advance as the lower seed, no. So I think, but I predict both series will go deep, into the ano.
Yeah, yan ang
into the
maganda.
rotation,
And I think of all of us fans, yun ang hinahanap na umaabot ng 7 games. And I think it will. Dahil alam mo, game difference ito, yung lalo na yung Clippers, Dallas, Clippers, Mavs, and Suns, mga 1-2 games lang ang difference niyan. Kaya talagang halos pantay-pantay. Yan laban na yan, Jera. Just to close this, Jer, matchup na gusto mo makita. Ako, for instance, can you imagine itong Clippers at saka Mavericks? Kawhi Leonard kontra Luka Doncic. Wow!
Mavs ako talaga dyan.
Mavs ka, ha?
Mavs ako.
Maraming Pilipino sa sa Dallas.
Yeah. Pero dito,
Marami rin sa LA, ha?
pero dito, before we end this, dito lang kami magpa-part ways ni Jude.
Oo.
Dahil Chicago siya, di ba?
Oo.
Miami ako. And I think, sorry Jude, I think Miami will get that slot.
Right now, lamang ang Miami ng 15, 59-44. And alam ko si Jude is hoping na babalian pa si Bam Adebayo. Hindi lamang si Jimmy Butler.
Wag naman.
No,
Team USA yan.
Team USA. And of course, makikita natin yan. Pag-uusapan natin yan. Hey guys, stay on because later on we'll still talk about some of the nice things on Cash and Bash. But right now, let me thank you for joining us on What's the Score, Jude Torcuato and si Sid Ventura. Mamaya-maya po makakasama pa natin ang ating pong mga bisita sa Cash or Bash. But in the meantime, we will take a quick break. Pero bago po yan, isa muna pong paalala mula sa mga kasama natin ni Jude sa Smart. Puso Pilipinas is a movement to celebrate the Filipino athlete powered by Smart. Follow them on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Get a chance to win exclusive Puso Pilipinas merch by sharing their Facebook page in your social media accounts with hashtag Puso Pilipinas. The Giga Life app is the latest mobile app from Smart that lets you discover and enjoy your passions with the different Giga promos. What can the Giga Life app do for me? Check your balance, monitor your current subscription, top up using debit credit card, subscribe to the latest Giga promos, monitor your data consumption, auto-detect your mobile number when you are connected to Smart Network one-tap subscription to the most popular offer, Giga Video 99. And of course, Power and Play is powered by Smart. Live more today. And when we return, kasama po ni Jera, ang ating pong pag-uusapan, Cash or Bash with Jude and Sid and Marshall Lassiter will be in the house. Ito po ang Power and Play. Hatid sa inyo ng Cherry Loom, Cherry Tigo, Joyride at Arena Plus. Ang oras po natin, 8:39 ng umaga. This time check is brought to you by M2T Drinks with malunggay, okra, and luya. Drink your gulay and fuel up on energy with M2T Drinks.
Ito ang programang inaabangan, mga paborito mong paligsahan. Impormasyon dito ay malalaman, halina't ating tunghayan.
I dare to dream big. To be a voice of my generation. To inspire resilience in the face of roadblocks. And in sharing my stories, I let others share in my passion.
Follow Kai's stories on Twitter and share yours. With Smart Double Giga Stories. Share 2 times the passion with 2 gigabytes for Twitter and more. Guaranteed every day, plus data for all sites.
Simple, smart ako.
Sharing. Ito ang programang inaabangan, mga paborito mong paligsahan. Impormasyon dito ay malalaman.
Natagpuan mo na ba ang totoo sa'yo? 92.3 Radyo 5 True FM. Dito tayo sa totoo.
kailangan ko na naman palitan ng bubong ko, pare. Mag-iisang taong pa lang yan. May tulo na kagad.
Ay, bossing! Baka naman kasi hindi matibay yung ginamit nyo. Dapat ang gamitin mo ay cherry loom, ang yerong aluminum. Basta yero, cherry loom. Tibay protektado sa pangmatagalang yero.
Tuloy ang tindahan sa 5, hatid ng Kadiwa Pop-Up Store 7.0. Tara na't mamakyaw ng samut-saring paninda sa darating na April 30, 2024, Tuesday, mula alas 6 ng umaga hanggang alauna ng hapon sa TV5 Launchpad Building, Reliance Corner, Sheridan Streets, Mandaluyong City. Mamakyaw ng prutas, gulay, kakanin, seafood, juices, yogurt, coffee, at marami pang iba. See you mga kapatid sa Kadiwa Pop-Up Store 7.0. Sa April 30 na. Ang Kadiwa 7.0 ay sa pakikipagtulungan ng Department of Agriculture, Signal TV, Media 5, TV5, Nation Broadcasting Corporation, Maya, Felix Mining Corporation, at Alagang Kapatid Foundation Incorporated. Alagang Kapatid.
Mukhang kailangan ko na naman palitan ng bubong ko, pare. Mag-iisang taong pa lang yan. May tulo na kagad.
Ay, bossing! Baka naman kasi hindi matibay yung ginamit nyo. Dapat ang gamitin mo ay cherry loom, ang yerong aluminum. Basta yero, cherry loom. Tibay protektado sa pangmatagalang yero.
Maging handa para sa El Nino.
Makakatipid ng tubig sa inyong aircon kung ang lamig nito ay mananatili sa 22 hanggang 25 degrees Celsius lamang.
Maging handa sa panahon ng tagtuyot. Ang El Nino Advisory ay mula sa Pag-asa at Radyo 5 True FM. Dito tayo sa totoo.
Mukhang kailangan ko na naman palitan ng bubong ko, pare. Mag-iisang taong pa lang yan. May tulo na kagad.
Ay, bossing! Baka naman kasi hindi matibay yung ginamit nyo. Dapat ang gamitin mo ay cherry loom, ang yerong aluminum. Basta yero, cherry loom. Tibay protektado sa pangmatagalang yero.
Nangunguna bilang news, public service at entertainment radio station sa Mega Manila. Radyo 5 True FM.
Power and play with Noli, Eala.
natin ang laro. Gusto mo, pag-usapan natin. Ibida ang hilig ng bawat Pilipino na merong
And welcome back sa Power and Play, mga kapatid. Again, we would like to greet everyone na nanonood po sa atin, lalong-lalo na sa mga emergency room, sa mga terminal ng bus, ng mga nakikinig sa 92.3 Radyo 5 True FM. And we return our guests this time as we talk about yung mga video sound bites o quotes na hatulan natin dito po sa Cash or Bash.
Power and play with Noli, Eala.
At ang Cash or Bash ay hatid sa inyo ng Cherry Tigo. There's more to our cars. And we're still joined by our guests, Sid Ventura ng The Game Magazine and Jude Torquato of MVP Sports Foundation and of course Smart PLDT Sports. Dito sa portion na to, gentlemen, simple lamang. Maglalabas kami ni Jera ng tatlong items na interesting in the world of sports, in social media, na nag-trending, and you say whether you are in support or bibili nyo yung idea and you say cash, or kung hindi naman kayo naniniwala or approve sa idea, you say bash. Alright? So, let's begin with our first Cash or Bash item. Nilabas na ng Team USA ang Avengers Squad para sa Paris Olympics Avengers, no, partner Jera? The big names say it all. LeBron James, Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, Anthony Edwards, Anthony Davis, Tyrese Halliburton, Devin Booker, Joel Embiid, Jason Tatum, Drew Holiday, Bam Adebayo. Ang kulang dyan, na na-announce na nila, is Kawhi Leonard. Pambihirang team ito. So ang tanong, automatic gold na ang Team USA sa Olympic basketball. Cash or bash? I'll begin with you, Jude. Go!
Cash ako dyan. Again, I'm gonna go by history. No? Yung World Cup ang nahihirapan palagi ang USA. Pero pag Olympics na, yung motivation, yung talent, yung I guess the desire, tapos yung mixture ng veterans at young players, palagi nilang nakukuha. So, tingin ko, cash yan for me.
Wow. Kita mo naman yung mga pangalan na yan. Sid, cash or bash? Automatic gold sa Paris ng US.
I agree with Jude. Cash na cash ito. Ang one big prediction ko dito, I don't think this team will have a problem scoring.
Safe na, safe.
To put it mildly.
Pambihira yung
Kahit
lineup.
sino ipasok mo dyan, high volume scorer, di ba? First Olympics pa ni Steph Curry, so you're can be sure he'll be very motivated dito. And yung sa World Cup team nila last year, the biggest knock on that team, mas kulang daw sa height. Wala raw rebounding, defending in the paint. Meron ka ng Joel Embiid sa Anthony Davis ngayon. So ano pang hihingin mo, di ba? So yeah, cash na cash ako dito.
Well, we saw what happened with Team USA, Jera, dito sa Manila, na hindi man sila nakapodium. And of course, in the last few World Cup, pero sa Olympics, they always send their best team. Cash or bash, Jera?
Well, USA is the highly favored team to win for the Olympics. But unfortunately, sa akin, I want them to win. Pero para sa akin, bash.
Ba? Hindi automatic. Ang sinasabi
Hindi
mo.
automatic. Dahil just like what Sid told a while ago, di ba? Lahat yan shoot eh. Walang depensa eh. I mean, the European type of play would really go for the outside shots. Walang defender ang Team USA dito. For me, kapag gumalaw ng gusto ang, let's say, Spain and other... Serbia, di ba? Iba ang galaw nila eh. Walang depensa eh. Walang depensa itong USA team. But, I may be wrong. Pero sa akin...
at least on the side na automatic.
Yeah, automatic.
Ang sinasabi mo.
Yeah.
Well, ako, I can see that, how the world has caught up with basketball.
Yeah.
Pero with this kind of lineup, mahirap talagang lumaban. And of course, we know the track record ng USA.
Yeah.
They have only lost twice sa Olympics. And they are 19-2 if I'm not mistaken sa Olympics. So ako, with this kind of lineup with LeBron and Steph, first time as an Olympian, si Steph Curry. And then idinagdag nila si Joel Embiid na dapat maglalaro sa France. Plus of course, now you have Kawhi coming in. My only question with these players is their health. Sa akin Embiid, Kawhi, these are guys that are banged up. I hope they are in shape when they get there at walang ma-injure, but I'll still go with cash.
Kumbaga, sabi ni Jude, kailangan dagdagan ng calcium yung mga buto nila.
Pwede. Alright, let's go to our second COB item for the day. Nako, alam naman natin ang ginawa ni Caitlin Clark doon sa Women's NCAA. Makikita sa graphics, however, na ngayon ay dinraft na siya ng WNBA sa Indiana. Makikita natin ito sa graphics nito, ang napakalaking agwat sa salary ng NBA at WNBA player. Si Caitlin, 4 years, $338,000. Si Victor Wembanyama na first pick ng NBA, ang 4-year contract niya, $55 million. Kita nyo naman ang layo ng sweldo ni Victor kay Caitlin. So, cash or bash, hindi makatarungan ang initial salary contract ni Caitlin Clark sa WNBA. Sid, cash or bash?
You're saying hindi, ano?
Hindi.
So, if I agree with that, it's
Sabihin
cash.
mo cash, oo.
Cash ako, hindi talaga mga turungan, ano? Pero sa kabilang banda, naintindihan ko, it's all about the economics of the league. Siyempre yung WNBA, wala pa siya sa level ng NBA when it comes to finances. But hindi pa rin tama itong napakaliit na kontrata ni Caitlin Clark. May lumabas nga na report kahapon na yung Indiana Fever, who drafted her, they have had to look for a new venue for their season opener. Kasi hindi raw yung demand, ticket demand for their season opener, hindi raw ma-accommodate ng current venue nila.
Good for them.
So that's already a sign na Caitlin Clark is bringing in the revenue for the WNBA. Ang magkagandahan dito, ngayon nandito na siya, hopefully things will change in the next few years and the WNBA players will finally get their due.
Oo. Hindi lamang para sa Indiana but for the entire league. Jude, same thing. Hindi makatarungan itong kakaperanggot sa salary ni Caitlin Clark. Cash or bash?
Absolutely agree with Sid, no. Cash to na hindi makatarungan. Ako understood. I know naman the business of sports, no. Kailangan
Yes, of course.
sales, yung TV contract, yung merchandise, kailangan it equals the revenue derived by the teams and the league, no? Pero kung iisipin mo, yung NCAA Women's Final Four, mas mataas pa yung ratings kaysa sa NBA Finals.
Oo.
Diba? So yung ganung lang pagtingin natin na yung potential nito, the fans that have tuned in and that have bought in to not only Caitlin Clark but women's basketball,
Right.
hindi ganito yung disparity, no? There has, I mean, accepted na ganito yung na merong disparity.
Yeah.
Pero to be hindi ko maano to na I think it's less than 1% eh. From what I see, no? 300,000 is less than 1% of
55 million.
Oh, di ba? So I don't think it's a 99% disparity as far as the kung yung NCAA, yung viewership niya mas mataas pa sa NBA Finals, no? And I think madadala ni Caitlin Clark yung ibang viewers nun into the WNBA. So baka there might be a compromise dapat na maybe there's some incentives in this contract where kung certain things are, kung ma-sell out lahat ng venue, kung yung ratings reach a certain point, maybe the team itself can also share that with Caitlin Clark because absolutely she is 100% the reason for those ticket sales, no?
Tama,
And
tama.
the TV rating. So kailangan she should have a share of that, similar to nung nangyari ang kay Michael Jordan when he helped the NBA, LeBron James when he came into the NBA, no? So sa tingin ko it's not 99% disparity, no? There is a disparity pero hindi ganyan kalaki.
Jera?
Well, I totally agree with Sid and Jude here, no?
Cash ka.
Kasya ko. Yung disparity, grabe. Pero para sa akin, dapat ang WNBA should ride on this wave. Just like what Jude said, no? Yung sa women's NCAA, dapat they should have taken advantage of that wave. And, ang isa pa dyan, dapat hindi nila sinabing ganyan lang ang ibibigay. Dahil minsan, it also completes the narrative that they're going towards that direction. Kapag binigay, tinasan 1 or 1.2 million, everybody will be incentivized with regards to this. Uy, lumalaki na ang WNBA. Rather than ipapakita mo doon, 300,000 plus. Para, ano ba naman to? Ganyan ba itong ligang ito? But, if they gave a huge amount of money, I mean, relatively, no? Doon sa kinikita ng WNBA, magkakaroon na mag-generate ng interest.
Well,
So, cash ako.
Well, I also agree. They need cash. Kailangan ni Caitlin Clark cash talaga. Yun ang masasabi ko doon. Of course, the good thing about it, Nike gave her a $20 million deal. Alam mo, kulang sa WNBA, I think, is a kagaya ng NBA, CBA.
Yeah.
Yung meron silang collective bargaining agreement. Kaya tumataas ang sweldo ng NBA.
Precisely. Yun ang nga sinabi ko di ba? Anong binanat ng Nike? 20 million. Boom! It hits the headlines, di ba? Papakita mo, 300,000.
And tama si Jude. Sipin mo, 18 million viewers si Caitlin Clark. Can you imagine what will happen sa WNBA? Alright, let's go to our third COB of the morning. Ito, meme lang ito, pero hindi malabong mangyari ngayong off-season sa tinakbo ng taon ng Golden State Warriors. Ang sinasabi dito, mukhang magbabago na yung mga uniforme nung The Big Three. Well, the Warriors were eliminated, gentlemen. So, ang statement ay malamang ay mabubuwag na ang Big Three ng Golden State Warriors sa off-season. Cash or bash? Jude?
Ako partial cash, tingin ko mabubuwag pero hindi naman lahat yung all three, no? Will be leaving Golden State. Pero ang tingin ko not all three will be.
So who'll be leaving?
Sino lales?
Most likely si Clay ang magmo-move. So but I would think na their dynasty is over. It's really time to figure out how to rebuild this team already. I think we saw signs of it last year and a lot of signs this year. So I tingin ko cash ako diyan na the Warriors will look at how to now rebuild. I don't know if it's rebuild, but hindi na to, they will not force the issue on that same championship team from a few years ago.
All right. Sid, cash or bash?
Same. Partial cash. I don't think Steph is going anywhere. No, kasi kung gawin nila yon, magra-riot sa San Francisco. They will not. The fans will never forgive the ownership of the Warriors if they let Steph go. Kasi a legend na siya. Yun na nga. Also, I think I agree with Jude na si Clay yung most likely na alis kasi unrestricted free agent siya. Okay, although the Warriors have publicly said they want him back. No, what if a contender out there offers him a very very huge contract, no, na he cannot say no to. Then ang kaya lang ibigay ng Warriors who are over that tax limit, by the way. Ang kaya lang ibigay is less than that. And Clay has a big decision to make. Does he go for the money ngayon na patapos ng career niya, or does he go with sentimentality and ride it out with the Warriors? I don't know the answer to that, pero just because of that, tingin ko siya yung pinaka-likely na naaalis in the off-season.
So palagay nyo kayong dalawa, may iwan pa rin si Draymond Green sa Warriors?
Yeah.
Tingin ko maiwan yan. Oo. I think
Gusto nila
si
sakit ng
Draymond
ulo.
naman, the way he plays is not necessarily disruptive. No? I think whatever kind of team si Draymond because of his game will fit in. Yung attitude niya, yung problema, hindi yung game niya.
Well, obviously, pag meron kang Steph Curry, you need Draymond Green because he complements the game ni Steph Curry. I think that's something, partner, that we have to agree on.
Yeah.
But you're right. I think it's time. In fact, it's delayed. I think na-delay na tong pagre-rebuild ng Golden State. When you have a talent, a generational talent, a superstar talent like Steph Curry, hindi mo pwedeng pabayaan yung kanyang later years. You have to keep on making sure that he has the right pieces to win another one.
Yeah, for this, similar to the NBA playoffs, sweep ito, 4-0 to.
Cash.
4-0 tayo, cash.
kumbaga sa cash.
Cash.
All right. Well, gentlemen, maraming salamat for joining us this morning sa Power and Play, and we certainly enjoyed our discussion ngayong umagang ito. Good luck, Jude, sa programs ng MVP Sports Foundation, of course, PLDT and Smart. I know you're supporting the Olympic team going to Paris. Any little things that you want to say about that, Jude?
I just wanna thank Power and Play for all the support as well. And sa amin sa MVP Sports Foundation at saka sa Smart Sports naman, absolutely looking forward to the Paris Olympics. No? Marami na nag-qualify, and for us, we really want to be able to continue to support, and hopefully we can win more gold medals in Paris, and we're doing our best in supporting our athletes in doing so. No? So sana tuloy-tuloy. And even to a certain extent, may maliit pa na chance na mag-qualify itong Smart Gilas Pilipinas team natin. So sana we get lucky and qualify somehow to Paris with our basketball team.
Akala ko sasabihin mo, maliit ang chance na makakwalify ng Chicago. Well, talagang maliit dahil 82-60 ang score right now.
Pero maliit.
Masyado maliit. Sid, The Game Magazine, ano saan ba natin mahanap yan? Ano ang link dyan?
Visit our site, thegame-1mega.com. We're under the 1Mega group. So, we have other titles as well, no, like Vogue, Mega Magazine, mga ganun. So, I handle the sports property of it.
Wow.
It's online lang siya. So, thegame-1mega.com. I hope you can all check out that site. It's a very, very nice sports lifestyle
We certainly will. And we hope that the Boston Celtics will continue to have their game dito sa postseason. Maraming salamat again.
Maraming salamat, Sid. Maraming salamat, and good luck to your new magazine. And also to Jude. Thank you also for supporting sa golf tournament to. Thank you.
Of course, absolutely. All right, mga kapatid, Jude Torquato, Sid Ventura, sa atin pong What's the Score, and of course, Cash and Bash. Well, we are ready to continue with our discussion dito, partner. Alam naman natin, mainit po ang usapan sa NBA, pero mainit din ang bakbakan pagdating sa PBA. And we're very fortunate to have with us this morning. Alam ko very busy siya. He's just coming off a tremendous game last night against Converge at tinalo ng San Miguel Beermen ang Converge for their 6th straight win. Wala pa pong talo ang SMB sa Philippine Cup. At kasama po natin ngayon no other than the perhaps the best, arguably the best 3-point shooter ng PBA, not only this season but of course in the last decade. Marshall Lassiter is here with us today. Sho, good morning. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Hi, good morning, Commissioner Noli. Thank you so much for having me.
I'm also with I'm joined here by Jera Season, and
Hi, good morning, Marshall.
Hi, Jared. Good morning.
Hi.
You know,
how you guys doing?
Let me begin with that spectacular performance. You were struggling in the first half, but all of a sudden in that game last night, you erupted. You scored 17 of your 19 points in the second half. Of course, it was a team play, but let me begin with this, Sho. How much of your role has changed, and how comfortable are you now that you have this super lineup in San Miguel?
Yeah, the lineup's changed throughout the years, especially I would say pre-pandemic. You know, they always called us the Death Five, and that's totally gone now. You know, we have a totally stacked lineup, as you said. 12 guys can definitely come in and put out a great effort, and that's what Coach George has given all of us as players to kind of utilize our strengths and to pretty much tell us we don't have to necessarily go out there every night and do one thing like scoring. We all have to play together, play as a team, play as a unit, and I think that's why it's translating right now. As you can see, we're 6-0 and we're making pretty good strides right now, and it's just beautiful basketball if we can continue to play unselfish basketball and just playing the San Miguel Beerman style of basketball. You know we have Jumar. He's definitely the main guy, but you also have CJ, and you keep going down on the list. You know, Terrence is putting up numbers, and you still have Jericho. So it's definitely for me, my role has just been just being a little bit more efficient, knowing that I have to come in and obviously score, but I know my what I can bring to the team in leadership and defense, if it is playmaking ability. Some nights it's going to be that. Some nights it's like you saw last night, or I have to step up and shoot threes, or and there's just other nights where I have to playmate. So it's a good thing that I've seen a lot, and just trying to make sure this group is continuing to play at a high level.
Yeah. Well, when you go down that list, you even have up to the very end of the bench. There's Vic Manuel coming off. Last night Don Troliano played well. You have Jerick, or rather Teng also coming in.
Yes.
In other words, it's such a deep team. You have won 6 of the last Philippine Cups in the last 8 years, and Chris Ross said that he thinks the team can win back-to-back Philippine Cups. Do you agree?
Oh, yes. I feel each conference, our goal is always to make it to the finals and win. And that's the pressure we're always presented with. But at the same time, we know it's just not going to come easy. We have to go out there every night and compete. And even if a prime example is even last night, just because a team is winless, they came out and gave us one of the hardest halves we had this conference. They came out blazing, making tons of shots, and they had us kind of at their pace. They were playing at their comfortable pace, but we eventually made the adjustment. Coach George made the adjustment, and that turned the game around. But going into this conference, we know if we can just stay healthy, I feel like that's one of the bigger things, staying healthy. Now that Vic, like you said, Vic is back now. He's healthy, and Chris Ross believes he's our leader, he's our captain, and if he believes it and feels it, I definitely agree with that.
Right.
I really truly think that we have the team to compete and win again in all Filipino.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good morning, Sean. I've followed your career since 2011 or
Yes,
2012, and you were really one of the threats when it comes to outside shooting, and honestly, for me, middle from 2012 until this year, or half until 2024, your performance dipped a little. But now, you rose up to the occasion again. You've been a threat in the three-point shot. But although you don't look 36, okay, but for a 36-year-old basketball player in the PBA, so how many more years do you think will you be staying in the league?
Man, great question. Thank you again. Yeah, but it's really just up to my body. I try taking, doing the little things, stuff like that, just to keep in shape. Because every year it's a challenge. Chasing because I have like a kind of like a interesting position. I have to play bigger guys, and I also have to guard smaller guards. So any night I can guard a quick guy, or any night I can guard a bigger player. So I have to train for both. It's kind of challenging. I wish I can just do one, but I'm up for it. I'm up for this challenge because I know it's going to help our team win. And speaking on how long, I just want to play enough to, obviously for my kids, they're starting to get older, to kind of see me play. I kind of do it for them to see, hey, what hard work looks like, and just try to motivate them to know that if you keep pushing, good things can happen.
Yeah.
But if there's ever a limit, I just hope to be blessed to, continue playing at a high level. That's obviously my goal.
Yeah.
And I really feel like if the body keeps going, why not?
Yeah. Well,
you see athletes like LeBron and Steph Curry and even Tom Brady. I feel like those guys are accepted, but
good point.
But I don't know if I want to play that long. But who knows?
Yeah, you can talk about Asi and Arwin. in the local in the PBA show. But I was telling Jera about your story, how I discovered you. We discovered you in Gilas. You had that training in Las Vegas. We were together back in 2010. You came from California. And at that time, I had a different impression of you, of course. I remember that day, there was supposed to be a training. You were still in bed. You went out the night before, and I was asking Butch Antonio to get you up out of the bed, and you were still asleep. And, that kind of created, but of course, Raiko Toraman was all praises of your talent. And of course, the rest is history with Gilas. When you came into the PBA, I was asked, at that time I was with San Miguel, and they asked me, who should we pick at number 3? And we decided to go with Chris Lutz, your partner at that time, and you were picked up at 4th by Powerade. It was a decision that we made. I wouldn't say that it was a mistake. Of course, San Miguel would have wanted you earlier than 2012, but were you ever snubbed? Did you ever feel snubbed by that decision, so back in that draft?
Wait. Before Shaw answers that, it's like saying, you're wrong, man.
Marshall, what do you think? Do you think you ever feel it? If were you ever motivated because of that?
Good one, guys. I feel like you hit a lot of things. At the time, being young, I can definitely remember replaying the draft process of hearing the team being called. Oh, San Miguel's the 3rd pick. All right. I'm just kind of like, shaking a little bit. And then, I hear it. It's kind of like, dang, I didn't get it. But I was happy for my teammate because he's definitely one of the better players and better guys that was with me. And Gilas was Chris Lutz. So But yeah, if you want to say motivation, I feel like at least I was going into a very good situation with having another teammate, JV Casho.
Yeah.
That kind of made some history, the way we kind of assembled that team and played gutsy and just fearless. But you know, eventually, through the play, and I eventually made it, and we were able to get me back on board,
Yeah.
which I truly thankful for.
Yeah.
And it was, you know,
Well,
I
at
feel
least
like it was.
I made it up to you because
Sorry,
I was also part of the group that that traded for you back in 2012.
Actually, this is a
Yeah.
public apology
Yes,
right
this
now.
is. This
This
is
is a
about-
public apology.
Public apology. I like it. Yeah, no, I definitely was thanking you when it happened. I definitely knew it was
Oh.
obviously it was a good decision, but it was something I was truly blessed for you to go out your ways and make certain moves. I know it helped
Yeah.
with the team, so that's and I
Actually,
had
yeah.
to do my part.
Absolutely.
Even though it
Absolutely.
even though you know you made it, I had started to do my part, and I put a lot of hard work in from that point on. Actually, from making the PBA, I wanted to make an imprint and show my way through the course of my career, through the ups and downs. I knew it wasn't going to be easy, but I was steered the right way, and
All right.
I'm fortunate to have all these great teammates with me to help guide me through that.
Before I pass it back to Jera, you know, you are a 10-time PBA champion. You are a former Mythical team member. You were an all-defensive team member and an 8-time All-Star. Marshall, what else motivates you in your career now? Now that you are, I guess, the more senior player in the team and in the league, what else is there for you to prove?
Well, I'm always big on team goals. You know, the individual goals for me is second. You know, obviously everyone wants it. Everyone wants to be the best of the best, but I know I came here on San Miguel knowing it's a team to win. And we got great stars and superstars on our team. And that's what's important, is to win, and it helps everyone out win. But, you know, obviously there's goals and bigger goals, and you know, I think the biggest one that kind of slipped up our hands twice was trying to capture a Grand Slam. I think that's like one of my bucket list or ultimate goal. I know it's
okay.
very hard to achieve. We've been there twice. We slipped up twice. But now, you know, things are different. Our teams are a lot. The team that we have is really strong. And top through bottom, we're just a loaded team, and guys like playing with each other. We just are meshing, we're gelling well. We have great chemistry. So we just we kick-started off last conference with Benny Boatwright, and he helped us reclaim another title, and he gave a lot of guys more confidence. As you can tell, a lot of guys are playing well this conference. So we know it's not easy. We're not thinking that. Oh, obviously, I'm not thinking that. I'm thinking each game, and each game goes to each conference. So that'll definitely be one of my
Grand Slam
goals.
It's the Grand Slam. Yeah.
It's the Grand Slam. Yeah, that's a team goal,
Team
nothing individual.
Well, I
That I
heard,
can think of.
I heard you a while ago that it's also important for you to leave a good imprint or a mark in Philippine basketball, which I think you already did, given all the achievements that you've done for the country and for the PBA. I think, you know, a couple more years playing in the PBA. And having said that, who do you think among the new players in the PBA would be the next Marshall Lassiter? Yeah.
Good question. You know, I don't know, because a lot of guys have talent. I see a lot of players that play well, who spark little bits of what I can do. I will never say it'll be never me, because everyone knows, like, everyone's different. But there are similarities. I do see Holt he's definitely a very composed player. I feel like he has that composed factor that I see that I had when I was a little bit younger. Obviously, he's a little bit more matured
Yeah.
coming in his age because of where he's played. But I like what I see so far. If you call him a rookie, he's very composed and knows how to get guys
Right.
involved. He reminds you of like a little bit of Chris Ross. He can facilitate,
Yeah.
plays defense. He does all the little things. So
Nice.
that's great to see. And I know eventually, if he continues to keep that up, he'll make his mark.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah.
You know, on a team or where he's at.
Well, Marshall, before I let you go, you were part of the Asian Games gold medal team. Again, your career has gone full circle. Started with the national team, ended with the gold in the Asian Games, and now we are building a new version of Gilas, of which you were part of the original team. You've already come out openly about wanting to still be part of the program. Do you think that you deserve to be in that slot? Do you think that at this point in your career that will take priority? And how much of your desire to end your career with the national team do you have right now?
Yeah, my desire is always for the national team. I've always wanted to, play on the highest stage and compete with the best. As of now, my age, like you said, 36. I don't look 36, or I don't play like 36. But I feel it. I definitely feel it after games. So I try my best to continue to play at a high level and just, suck it up and just say, the next day, just kind of bear with all the aches and pains. But if there's always a shot, I'm always willing to give it another shot. And that's just always been my heart. I started with it, as you know. We built a great kind of chemistry in the first Gilas, and it was a great experience.
Yeah.
Traveling and just, the camaraderie and being together. There's nothing like that. And like you said, playing for the country, who wouldn't want to do that? Represent the country. And I was fortunate enough to be a part of the Asian Games, and that was great to be there, especially with Japet. He was definitely another guy that was with me.
Yeah, yeah.
In Gilas 1.
Yeah.
So, if there's another shot, I'm always open for it, but I don't know how much gas I got left in the tank. I got a little bit left. I honestly, I know what I can do. I provide the shooting. That's definitely a thing I can do. The rest, at that stage, I can give, but it's just, probably the minutes might be a little bit less.
Yeah, yeah.
But I'll definitely be open to if
All
it's there.
Well, if it's any indication the way you played last night, obviously the national team will always have a room for somebody like you. And as a final note here, Benny Boatwright, your teammate with San Miguel, is now being considered as a naturalist player of Gilas Pilipinas. How good is the fit? How well do you think Benny will do with the national team, and how much do you think will he contribute to the national cause?
Oh, man, Benny, yeah. With Benny, he's I feel he's definitely fit for the job. He can do a little bit of everything. I know you saw the scoring. A lot of us saw the scoring, which is great. He can really stretch the floor. He's an unbelievable scorer. He can shoot the heck out the ball. And he's underrated on other aspects of defense, and I know he has to do a little bit more playmaking, but maybe that just has to gel with his teammates a little bit longer. I think we can develop that chemistry more. But when you're at 6'8" and can stretch the floor and could put the ball on the floor, and his IQ, he's smart. He knows the double team is coming, or he can react pretty quick. So I think he can be a very good fit for the national team. He's young.
Yeah.
He didn't get injured. He works hard every day. He got shots up in the mornings after. He's dedicated to his craft, and he kind of gets it at this age. So
right.
he's definitely I wouldn't say worthy, but I know he has a lot of big shoes to fill, and I think he can definitely fill that role.
Yeah.
If you just let him kind of get the ball going to him, and he can kind of make things work. And I think he has that.
Well, we're looking forward to that. Of course, we saw him how he played. We saw Benny how he played in the Commissioner's Cup, and certainly, having him wear the national colors will be exciting in the next few years. Sure, I know you have a practice to go to. Again, congratulations on a wonderful game and a terrific career. I'm proud of you, and I look forward to seeing more of you on the court.
Yeah. Thank you very much for this wonderful interview, Sho. And again, don't forget your pain relievers, okay?
I won't.
Thank you again.
Thank you so much,
Marshall.
Noli. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Mga kaibigan, si Marshall Lassiter, one of the best shooters
Alam mo, partner,
in the PBA.
Alam mo, partner, totoo yung sinabi ni Marshall Lassiter. Dahil minsan nakakalaro ko rin dati ng golf si Chito Loizaga.
Right.
No? And that was the question I asked him before. What made you decide to retire? Parang ganyan din ang age yata ni Chito when he retired. Ang sabi niya nga talaga, nararamdaman niya yung mga aches after the game, hindi na mabilis mawala. Tumatagal.
Talagang ganun eh.
Talagang ganun.
Bugbog ang katawan.
Bugbog ang katawan.
Tayo lang naman ng kahit bugbog, naglalaro pa. Alright. Bago po tayo mag-break, isa muna pong paalala mula sa Joyride. Of course, patuloy po ang ating top-up promo. Dito sa Joyride, tayo po ay mamimigay ng 1,000 pesos e-wallet credits para sa ating mga lucky winners. Napakasimple lamang po para manalo ng 1,000 pesos e-wallet credits or JRPay wallet credits. Download the latest version of Joyride. Kuha na ng screenshot ng app's home screen and then ipadala nyo po sa aming pong FB page ng Power and Play via PM. Isama nyo po ang inyong buong pangalan at registered mobile number at kami po'y pipili sa kaduluduluhan ng 5 mananalo ng 1,000 pesos JRPay wallet credits na magagamit nyo sa Joyride Delivery, sa MC Taxi ng Joyride, Joyride Car, Joyride Taxi Cab at ng Joyride Super Taxi. And of course, aside from that, meron pa po pinamimigay in Joyride na limited edition Aqua Flask. Again, simple lamang after you download the app, yung Super App, mag-book po ng MC Taxi or di kaya ng Joyride Car, kuhanan ng creative picture kasama yung rider or driver at ipadala po yung picture na yan sa aming FB page via PM. Isama nyo po doon sa creative picture ang hashtag of the week para magkaroon ng chance manalo ng limited edition Joyride Aqua Flask. At ito po ang ating hashtag of the week. Hashtag Joyride Experience. Ha? Yan po ang isama ninyo at kami po ipipili ng mananalo ng limited edition Aqua Flask. Right now, bago tayo mag-break, silipin muna natin ang ang ating pong mundo sa palakasan, na nagva-viral, and of course, na nagtitrending po sa Stop and Pop.
Power and Play with Noli Eala.
Ang title ng video natin ngayong linggong ito ay Good Recovery. Bakit kaya? Ito kaya galing sa ospital. Ito po, nadali ng ankle breaker ang player na ito. Nadali. Pero, imbis na huminto sa play, mabilis siyang bumangon at na-block pa ang tira. Panoorin niyo po ha. Ankle breaker, baksak. Ba, hindi. Akyat kagad at sinapal. Yan yung mga play na gustong-gusto ng mga coach.
Na-layup niya pa.
Oo, na-layup pa. At yan ang gustong-gusto din natin sa Stop and Pop. Alright, when we come back, ang ating pong What's Hot, What's Not with Henry Liao and a few tips for the summer. Yung mga gusto maglaro sa kainitan. Kasama po ang isang sports expert, si Herc Calyanta, sa pagbabalik po ng Power and Play. Ito po ang Power and Play, hatid sa inyo ng Cherry Loom, Cherry Tigo, Joyride at Arena Plus. Ang oras po natin, 9:25 ng umaga. This time check is brought to you by M2T Drinks with malunggay, okra, and luya. Drink your gulay and fuel up on energy with M2T Drinks.
Ito ang programang inaabangan, mga paborito mong paligsahan. Impormasyon dito ay malalaman, halina't ating tunghayan.
I dare to dream big. be a voice of my generation, to inspire resilience in the face of roadblocks. And in sharing my stories, I let others share in my passion.
Follow Kai's stories on Twitter and share yours with Smart Double Giga Stories. Share 2 times the passion with 2 gigabytes for Twitter and more. Guaranteed every day, plus data for all sites.
Simple, smart ako.
Sherry. Ito ang programang inaabangan, mga paborito mong paligsahan, impormasyon dito ay malalaman.
Totoong usapan, totoong buhay. 92.3 Radyo 5 True FM. Dito tayo sa totoo.
Mukhang kailangan ko na naman palitan ng bubong ko, pare. Mag-iisang taong pa lang yan. May tulo na kagad. Ay, bossing! Baka naman kasi hindi matibay yung ginamit nyo. Dapat ang gamitin mo ay Cherry Loom, ang yerong aluminum. Basta yero, Cherry Loom. Tibay protektado sa pangmatagalang yero.
Exciting pa premyo ba ang hanap nyo? Simula sa April 22, bobola na ang pinakabagong game show na kakaadikan nyo sa radyo. Hosted by yours truly, ang inyong pinakakwela at never papakabog. Ako po yun, Nikki Morana. Good game! Lunes hanggang Biyernes, 5 p.m. ng hapon. Sa Radyo 5, 92.3 True FM. Dito tayo sa totoo.
Mukhang kailangan ko na naman palitan ng bubong ko, pare. Mag-iisang taong pa lang yan. May tulo na kagad. Ay, bossing! Baka naman kasi hindi matibay yung ginamit nyo. Dapat ang gamitin mo ay Cherry Loom, ang yerong aluminum. Basta yero, Cherry Loom. Tibay protektado sa pangmatagalang yero.
Tuloy ang tindahan sa 5, hatid ng Kadiwa Pop-Up Store 7.0. Tara na't mamakyaw ng samut-saring paninda sa darating na April 30, 2024, Tuesday, mula alas 6 ng umaga hanggang 1:00 ng hapon sa TV5 Launchpad Building, Reliance Corner, Sheridan Streets, Mandaluyong City. Mamakyaw ng prutas, gulay, kakanin, seafood, juices, yogurt, coffee, at marami pang iba. See you mga kapatid sa Kadiwa Pop-Up Store 7.0. Sa April 30 na. Ang Kadiwa 7.0 ay sa pakikipagtulungan ng Department of Agriculture, Signal TV, Media 5, TV5, Nation Broadcasting Corporation, Maya, Felix Mining Corporation, at Alagang Kapatid Foundation Incorporated. Alagang Kapatid.
True na ito! Pagdating sa news, information, public service at entertainment sa iisang station. Dito na pala talaga kayo, Radyo 5 True FM.
Power and play with Noli, Eala.
Ng laro, gusto mo, pag-usapan natin, ibida ang hilig ng bawat Pilipino.
Power and play with Noli, Eala.
Good morning! Bangon na, power and play na,
Kaimbag bigat kada kayo amin sa lahat po ng ating mga kaibigan dyan po sa hilagang bahagi ng Luzon. Of course, lalong-lalo na sa San Esteban, Ilocos Sur, and of course sa Vigan, Ilocos Sur. Marami po salamat sa inyong pagsuporta sa Power and Play. Going on our 7th year already. And of course, hindi po posible yan kung wala ang ating mga sponsors. Gusto po namin pasalamatan. Of course, ang mga tagapagtaguyod ng show. Cherry Loom, ang yerong may aluminum sa ganitong pabago-bago ang panahon, mga kapatid. Sobrang init. Kailangan po natin ng matibay at protektadong bubong. Dapat ang bubong ay yerong may aluminum. Kapag may aluminum, tsak na pang matagalan. At isa lang, ang alam kong dekalidad na yerong may aluminum, yan ang Cherry Loom. Tibay protektado sa pang matagalang yero. Cherry Loom, ang yerong may aluminum.
Thank you!
Cherry Tigo. Of course, ang Cherry Tigo po ay patuloy na nagbibigay ng Cherry Tigo 7 Pro Hybrid. At tayo nagpapasalamat of course sa Cherry Tigo sa kanilang patuloy na pagtaguyod ng Power and Play. Joyride, ang bago ninyong kasundo. Super excited na kami sa pinakabagong super serbisyo ng Joyride Super App. Ito ang aming Joyride Super Taxi. Maganda at bagong sasakyan, super luwag pa ng trunk space para sa inyong kagamitan. Full-time at professional na mga drivers, pwede parahin at pwede ring i-book sa app at higit sa lahat, walang dagdag presyo at dimetrong pamasahe. Isa na namang handog ng Joyride Super App para sa mga super sipag na mananakay na Pilipino. Super serbisyo ng Dimetrong kasundo. Yan ang taxi, yan ang Joyride Super Taxi. Available sa Metro Manila at ngayon available na sa aming Super App. 717 Deli. Serving quality classic premium sandwiches. Treat yourself to a feel-good meal today. Located at 3rd floor, 53 Connecticut Street, Green Hills, San Juan. 717 Deli. Keep you smiling with every bite.
Thank you!
Arena Plus. Mahilig ka ba sa sports betting habang nanonood ng laro? Narito ang Arena Plus. Manalo at manood ng live sport kahit saan. Arena Plus ang official sportsbook partner ng PBA, MPBL at EASL. Kasama pa ang mga stakes sa court na sina Jordan Clarkson at Scotty Thompson as official endorsers ng Arena Plus. Keep it fun, game responsibly. Download the Arena Plus app now in App Store or Google Play. You can watch it also on arenaplus.ph sa Arena Plus, astig sa sports.
Thank you!
Skin, your face and body anti-aging center with branches at Alabang Town Center and Green Hills, San Juan. For your skin assessment and treatment schedule, please call 0917-890-1640 or 0977-809-8886.
Thank you!
M2 Tea Drinks with Malunggay, Okra and Luya. Drink your gulay and fuel up on energy with M2 Tea Drinks with Malunggay, Okra and Luya, your natural source of electrolytes.
Thank you!
And of course, Smart. Live more today. Maraming salamat po sa lahat ng ating mga sponsors. Alright, at this point, well, ipasok na po natin ang pinakamaiinat. At dito po pag-uusapan natin ang mga odds and mga predictions sa What's Hot, What's Not.
Power and Play with Noli, Eala.
Pasadahan po natin ngayon ang What's Hot and What's Not kung saan pag-uusapan natin ang mga odds na mga paparating na laro. At ngayon pong araw na to, maswerte kami ni Jera na makakasama natin isang batikang NBA writer and Sports Bites PH columnist, Mr. Henry Liao. Magandang umaga, Henry. Thank you for joining us this morning. Naka-mute ka ba, Henry? Naka-mute ba?
Yeah.
Ayan, okay.
Good morning, Noli. I'm blessed. I'm on a joyride experience now, no?
Wow!
Literally and figuratively.
Thank you. Kasama rin natin dito si Jera.
Good morning, Henry. Noon pa, binabasa ko ang column mo pagkatungkol sa NBA.
Ibig sabihin niya na nagkakaedad na rin ako.
Hindi nagkakaedad. Walang nagkakaedad. Nagiging mas matalino lamang ang isang tao. Henry, dito sa ating What's Hot, What's Not, pag-usapan natin ang mga, mga games at ang konting nakikita mo sa iyong crystal ball. Dahil marami nakatutok sa atin, itong segment na to, of course, hatid ng Arena Plus na mga mahihilig na, magkaroon ng konting enjoyment at fun habang nanonood ng mga laro sa pamamagitan ng sports betting. So, ang una nating topic dito sa Henry ay tungkol sa Game 1 ng Lakers versus ng Nuggets na mangyayari yan, I think, tomorrow, yung Game 1 na yan. Ang ating gusto malaman sa iyo, makaka-triple-double ba si Nikola Jokic? Alam naman natin yan na talagang all-around ng game ng pinakamagaling na manlalaro sa NBA. Do you think makaka-triple-double siya sa Game 1 tomorrow? Henry?
Let's put it this way, no? Alam natin itong si Jokic, number 2 siya, so, in the NBA sa triple-doubles behind Domantas Sabonis, no? But I'll go against the grain, no? At stake is my paper boat, no?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he'll have a triple-double tomorrow, no?
Bakit? Bakit sa tingin mo?
Hindi ganun kabilis na maunahan siya ni Anthony Davis, no? But the thing is, I think the other players will be the ones that will hurt the Lakers. No, there are a good number of players from the Nuggets. I don't think na in the playoffs for a triple-double, you need to be super, no? And not unlike during the regular season. No?
All right. Very good. Jera, makaka-triple? Double?
Malabo rin.
Malabo rin,
Dahil first game pa lang yan eh. Feeling out portion pa yan eh.
So medyo natitense pa na.
Natitense pa. Wala pa. Wala pa masyadong groove between the two teams.
It will be very, very interesting tomorrow. All right, let's go to our second topic ngayong umaga. Henry, ito, marami nagtatanong. Ang Suns versus Wolves will be a very interesting series as well. At alam naman natin, ang Phoenix Suns went all in with their big three. Si Devin Booker at si Kevin Durant are averaging 27 points each in the regular season. So itong tanong, lagpas 60 points ba ang magiging combined output nila KD at ni Devin Booker sa Game 1 kontra Timberwolves bukas? Henry?
You know, that's a big possibility, no? Sabi ko more than 30s at 60, no? But the thing that I'm scared of, baka triple 30s pa yan, no? You know, you have Bradley Beal. Bradley Beal is coming along well. So there's a possibility, maybe 2 out of 3, maybe that the combination of Durant and Booker could be even Bradley Beal, no? So I think, given that probability, I think they will. So especially against the T-Wolves na I feel it will be a high-scoring game.
Over 60.
Kaya nga, high-scoring ba yan, Henry? O matatambakan ng Suns and Timberwolves?
Alam mo, during the regular season, 3-0 ang Phoenix, no? So,
go.
and Minnesota, nearly made it to the top seed in the West, but I feel the Suns still have the goods, Ang feeling ko, even though na top seed ng Minnesota, when you go to the playoffs, yung top seed, really means nothing, no?
At saka experience, syempre, nung tatlong yun.
Yeah.
Alam naman natin yung Devin Booker nakatungtong. And of course, Team USA, Kevin Durant, and si Devin Booker. All right, let's go to our third and final item dito, Henry. And this is about that number 2 versus number 7 seeding sa East, kung saan magtatagpo ang Philadelphia at New York. And that should be a very physical game. So ang tanong, lalagpas ba sa 250 points combined ang output ng 76ers at Knicks sa Game 1 ng playoffs? Henry?
No way, no? I feel this will be not a slow ball game pa nga to, no? I don't the New York Knicks play much na yun at a slower pace. Tapos sa Philadelphia ganun rin. And I'm scared baka hindi pa umabot to ng both teams won't even reach the 100 point mark.
Wow, talagang defensive series ito sa tingin mo, Henry?
I think so. And but the way it has been played during the regular season, this should be a series that will, sabi nga nila mas mabagal pa to kaysa metro ng taxi, no?
Before I let you go, Henry, alam namin interesado rin dito si Jera. Who do you think will come out of the East and the West para sa'yo? Will it be the Boston Celtics na talagang milya-milya ang lamang at ang OKC na on top, or is it still going to go through the defending champions Denver Nuggets?
Alam mo, mabigat yung tanong kaagad, Di pa ka tayo natatapos sa play-in. Meron pa 1 game sa play-in. But I'll put it this way. If I have enough money in my pocket, no? Sabi ko, I'll still put it as a Boston versus Denver,
Wow.
Pili ko, lalabas yung galing, no? Of course, we're talking, nasabihin natin walang injury. Takes only one injury, sabi ko. Injuries to key players, great stabilizer yan. So a lot of factors come in. But granting na lahat sila, buo sila, no? I think Celtics and Nuggets, and perhaps Laker fans, tulad ko, might feel unhappy that the Celtics might win their 18th title.
18th title.
18th na, so naunahan na, no? But again, let's pray wala nang injuries, sa dami ng injuries nangyari, Kawhi Leonard, sabi ko, nako, maganda yan sa Clippers. You know, but he's not playing inflammation sa right knee the last 8 games. So those are factors na pagdating sa playoff, it will matter.
All right. Well, certainly, ang injuries will be a big factor come the playoffs. Mr. Henry Liao, always an honor to have you and a pleasure. Iba talaga pag mga veterano. I hope you can join us again next time. Maraming salamat, Henry.
Thank you, Henry.
Maraming salamat, Noli. I'm on, sabi ko nga, I'm on joyride experience now.
Well, continue with that joyride experience. Maraming salamat.
Thank you.
Mga kaibigan, Henry Liao, a veteran NBA writer and of course a columnist para sa Sports Byte PH. Thank you so much. Naku, iba yan. Iba. Pag makausap mo yung mga tumututok talaga sa NBA,
tagal na yan,
talagang
matagal
alam
na
na
yan.
alam yung mga pinag-uusapan nila. Alright, pinag-uusapan na rin naman natin ang pagtutok. Well, our next guest partner na ilalagay natin sa focus. Alam mo ngayong panahon na to, ikagaya mo, naglalaro ka ng golf. Mainit eh.
Yeah.
Kailangan gusto mo malaman, ano ba ang pwedeng gawin ng isang naglalaro? And I'm sure marami sa ating mga nanonood at nakikinig, gusto rin malaman, ano ba ang mga tama?
Tsaka ang daming mga lumalabas na mga articles tungkol dito sa how to beat the heat or what not to do. Diba? Maganda may naririnig tayo talaga.
Let's get it from the horse's mouth.
Correct.
The experts. At ilalagay po natin ngayon ang isang eksperto pagdating sa fitness in the summertime sa ating pong In the Spotlight.
Power and Play with Noli, Eala.
At kasama po natin ngayon mga kapatid sa ating pong In the Spotlight ay ang isang dating PBA, veterano na PBA team trainer and of course a renowned fitness expert as well as a professor pagdating sa sa
human kinetics
and of course physical physical education. Ika nga. And walang iba kung hindi si Professor and Trainer Herc Calianta. Kaibigan natin yan mula pa sa PBA. Herc, magandang umaga. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Magandang umaga, Noli. Magandang umaga and thank you for inviting me here to shed light on some of the concerns now that masyadong mainit at kailangan pa rin nating mag-sports.
Kasama rin natin si Jera Season dito, Herc.
Magandang umaga, Jerry Season.
Jera, good morning.
Jera Season.
Siguro hindi mo alam pero during the, kinikwento ko nga kay Noli, during the mid-80s and early 90s, follower mo ako. Kaso hindi mo alam because you were a weightlifter dati sa UP at saka powerlifter eh. And I was also in that sport, pero hindi sa level mo. Kaya ikaw ang sinusundan ko. Ikaw ang tinitingnan ko. Ikaw ang idol ko dati.
Ang binubuhat mo, buhangin eh. Yung mga sako-sako ng buhangin ang inubuhat mo.
Kaya kilala na, I was following your career as a weightlifter and as a powerlifter before. Tapos pumasok ka pa rin doon nga sa Shell. Kaya sabi ko, pangalan pa, Hercules. Matindi.
Herc, well, let me begin with this. Kasi alam naman natin ngayon, napakainit as you mentioned, and you are a strength and conditioning coach. Maraming mga atleta na ngayon ay nagtitraining around this time for many leagues. What are your general tips for athletes training ngayong panahon ng talagang matinding pagtaginit?
Ako titignan ko lang yung oras ng training. Kung pwede ninyong piliin na wag masyadong mainit, no? Please do not train between 10 and 3 during the day. Unang-una 'yon, kasi environmental 'yan. So wala kang magagawa masyado diyan. But kung hindi niyo maiwasan, ang susunod ay make sure that you are properly hydrated.
Okay.
No, yung pong palagi tayong umiinom, generally sinasabi namin every 15 to 20 minutes kailangan tayong uminom ng about 150 ml.
Yun.
Sisimplihan ko lang po, no? Apat hanggang 8 lagok ng tubig. Pinakamaganda tubig. But kung meron kayong ibang klaseng hydration fluid, pwede rin naman, no?
Okay.
Pero 4 to 8 gulps, no? Kailangan po 'yun. Pero ngayon, baka kailangan mas madalas kasi mainit at habang pinapawisan tayo, pag yung pawis nyo tumutulo na, ibig sabihin, mataas na ang heat index. Po? Ibig sabihin, yung hindi lang yung init, kundi yung humidity masyadong mataas, hindi na na-absorb ng hangin yung ating pawis. Kaya additional heat stress po yun.
Pero Herc, yung mga ginagawa ng iba, katulad ko, no, yung doon sa water jug, ginagawang infused, lalagyan mo ng slices of lime or nakakatulong ba yun or it's just the same, pareho lang? It's just the taste?
Actually, pareho lang, for the taste.
for the taste.
Pero pwede kasi kayong gumawa ng hydration fluid eh.
Tulad
Basta
ng
siguraduhin nyo, 1 litro, dagdagan nyo ng 60 grams or mga 90 spoons of honey or sugar. 1 litro, no? Dadagdagan nyo yan. Tapos maglagay kayo ng a twist of lemon or kalamansi. Pwede na yon. That's a very good
So hindi
hydration.
totoo, Hurt, na masama ang sugar. Kasi yung ba sinasabi, huwag kang iinom ng mga masyado matatamis na inumin. Tama ba yun?
Tama na huwag kang
masyadong
matatamis. Kaya ang limit, 60 grams for 1 liter.
So when you say 60 grams, para
60
maintindihan
grams.
ng mga nakikinig at nanonood, ilang kutsarita yon o ilang kwan?
9. Siyam.
Siyam in a liter.
Siyam in a liter.
Okay.
No? Kutsarita, hindi kutsara.
Hindi sandok ha.
Hindi sandok. No? Pwede hanggang 60 to 80 grams. Yun din ang formulation ng mga binibili natin na hydration fluids.
Huwag na natin sabihin yung brand, pero
Hindi ko sasabihin.
Hindi sa bibili ka.
Pareho lang.
Gawin mo na lang yun.
Oo, pareho
Magandang
lang.
tip yan, ha?
Magandang tip yan. Alright. Hurt, yung cramps, sabi nila is always a symptom of something, no? Ano ba yun? Anong ang simptomas yan? At ano ang dapat pag ikaw ang isang atleta o isang weekend warrior ay kinakramps na sa katawan?
Okay. Unang-una kasi, pag sinabing cramps, kasama yan, ang heat injury, heat illness, nagsisimula yan sa heat stress. Pag namumula-mula ka na, meron ng heat stress. Pag nagsasabi ka ng mainit, may heat stress na.
Okay.
Susunod dyan, heat exhaustion. Pero bago mag-heat exhaustion, pwede kang magkaroon ng cramps. Yung cramps, dahil yan sa maraming rason. Pero isa sa mga rason dyan, kulang ka na sa water, kulang ka na sa electrolytes. So kailangan mo, by the way, idadagdag ko pa, 1 kurot ng asin. Dapat lagyan nyo yung 1 liter
ng tubig
of tubig, para meron ka ring sodium.
So parang merong asukal, may asin.
May asukal, may asin, at may lime.
Pwede rin yung buko juice, no?
Okay.
Pero yung buko juice kompleto na. Wala ka nang idadagdag. Ang kailangan lang, asin.
Okay.
No? 1 kurot.
Okay.
Yun.
Okay.
So yung cramps, pag may cramps, wag nyo pong i-stretch na kagaya nung nakikita natin na pag nahiga na yung bata, kailangan mo na, ibangon nyo siya at palakarin nyo. Kasi yan ang pinakamagandang pangtanggal ng cramps. Kesa sa, baka mamaya tinutulak nyo, ayaw ng muscle na mag-relax, baka mapunit nyo pa yung muscle.
Okay.
No?
Pero so, yun nakikita natin sa basketball, di ba? Mali pala yun.
Hindi naman, ayoko lang sabihin mali. Pero kasi ang mangyayari,
medyo mali.
Meron po kasi, merong physiological explanation yan. Kaya ganyan. Hindi ko na sabihin. Pero kailangan magkaroon ng contraction yung kabilang muscle para mag-relax yung nagka-cramp.
Okay. Yung sumasakit ang ulo pag nasa anong dapat gawin? Yung immediately, pag kanyari, tumatakbo ka, biglang sumasakit or nag-golf ka, biglang sumasakit na yung ulo mo. Ano yan, Hurt?
Ayusin mo yung score mo.
Unang-una sign yan na dehydrated ka.
Unang-una.
No? So, sunod, pwedeng sensitive ka sa light. So, dapat meron kang proper sunglasses that take away glare. Pangatlo, kung talagang medyo matindi, tumigil ka na kasi baka nag-uumpisa na hindi lang ang heat stress or heat exhaustion, baka may mas seryoso na. So mas mabuti tumigil ka na and sana kung pwede, take it as a history, pumunta ka sa doktor para malaman kung ano talaga yung gagawin. Kasi pwede rin na meron kang iba pang mga kondisyon na natitrigger dahil sa heat stress.
Tama yun. Okay, ito pa, isa. Yun daw pagkain ng saging, maganda para sa mga runner or di kaya sa mga atleta. Ano pa mga pwedeng kainin while you are playing under the sun?
Okay, basta't ikaw ay kumakain ng gulay at ng prutas, hindi lang naman saging yan. Papaya, meron ding mga iba't iba. Basta't prutas, maraming minerals yan. Although ang pinaka popular yung saging kasi potassium.
Oo.
Pero marami pang ibang may potassium. Basta't siguraduhin natin kalahati ng pinggan natin, kung ano man ang size ng pinggan, fruits and vegetables, fresh. Pag meron pong ganon, sigurado na yan, hindi na kayo magkakaroon ng problema sa minerals in terms of deficiency at saka sa vitamins. Ang importante na lang dyan is regular na pagkain. Yun lang.
Isa pa, Herc, no? 'Di ba? Marami tayong nakikita, yung mga runner sa umaga, meron rin tayong mga nakikitang runner sa dapit hapon. Ano bang the best time to exercise talaga?
Yan.
Early morning or late afternoon towards the evening?
Okay, kailangan balansehin natin. Pag mainit, okay lang sa umaga, no? Kasi mas mababa ang temperatura. Iwasan lang natin sa malapit sa main thoroughfare. Bakit? Kasi 50 feet away dun sa main thoroughfare, pareho ang quality ng air, which is poor. Pumunta kayo sa loob, no, ng subdivision, yan, pwede. Pero kung sa labas ka, huwag kang tumakbo sa EDSA, huwag ka tumakbo sa Kamuning, huwag ka dun sa gano'n, ano? Kailangan medyo sa bandang loob. Pangalawa, sa umaga kasi, dahil cooler ang temperature, ito applicable to lalo na kung medyo malamig, no, sa Baguio. Sa umaga kasi bumababa ang pollution, nagiging dense. Kaya mas magandang ehersisyo sa bandang hapon na. No?
Okay.
Pero kung pinag-uusapan natin tatakbo ka, mas maganda sa umaga. Sa hapon ang strength training.
Alright. There are a few myths that I wanted to ask you na naririnig natin sa mga ordinaryong tao. Halimbawa ito, yun daw malamig na tubig habang kami nag-golf kami o nagtitennis, masama daw yung super lamig. Tama ba yun?
Maganda ang cold. Wag naman freezing.
Brain freeze na yun eh.
Oo, brain freeze, no? Malalaman nyo kasi contrasts in temperature. At saka uncomfortable din yun. Pero cooler fluids, mas mabilis i-absorb ng katawan.
Okay. Cold showers right after the game.
Very good.
Very good, hindi walang pasma yun? Walang pasma?
There is no such thing as pasma. Pag nagkaroon kayo ng spasms or yung nagkakaroon ka ng shaking, no? Ibig sabihin may problema ka sa iyong nervous system.
Okay. Hindi sa tubig yun.
Malamig masyado.
Hindi sa tubig, hindi. Ang maganda ganito, kasi pagka nanggaling ka sa labas at pumasok ka, pinapawisan ka. Kaya ka pinapawisan kasi kailangan mong mag-cool down. Tulungan mo yung sarili mo by going into the shower quickly. Do not allow yourself to chill. No? 3 minutes, 5 minutes, isang sabunan, shampoo, labas, towel down. Okay na yun.
All right.
You aid yourself.
All right. We have just a couple of minutes here. Yoga. Ang yoga daw nakakalambot ng mga joints, not good before a competition.
Depende sa yoga, tsaka depende rin sa exercises. Maganda rin naman ang yoga. Kaya lang, tama yung sinasabi to a certain extent. This is my personal opinion. The best stretching is functional stretching before a competition.
Functional. Ano yun? Ano ibig sabihin nun?
Ibig sabihin yung movements na ginagamit mo sa iyong sport, yun ang basis mo ng stretching.
Okay.
Kung ano yung movements na ginagawa. Tapos, pwede kang gumamit ng bands para yung stretching, hindi lang stretching, pero meron ng tinatawag na pre-competition or pre-performance loading ka na para yung iyong muscle ready na sa paggalaw with resistance.
Alright. Partner?
Yeah.
Meron pa? Ako, isa na lang. Before we go. Yung sinasabi ni Tiger Woods, hindi daw mas ganda ang sex before competition.
It relaxes you.
Tiger. Sinasabi ko kay Tiger
Pero wag ka namang bibitin-bitin kung saan na baka adventurous masyado. Wag naman adventurous. Basta yung normal way of doing it.
Herc, ang dami-dami mga weekend warriors, mga regular athletes, hindi naman yung mga elite. Alam natin ang mga elite athletes have their own trainers and obviously mga talagang scientific ang training yan. But yung mga weekend warriors, mga naglalaro lamang, nagpapainit or nagpapapawis, yan ang mga, I'm very happy na at least naliwanagan sila. Doon sa ibang mga myths at saka pwedeng iwasan at dapat gawin para po sa tindi ng init, wag naman tayong maapektuhan at magkaroon ng
Ulitin ko lang,
Yes, yes.
yung Hercules Calyantas formula. 1 liter.
1 liter.
Siyam na kutsaritang kutsarita, hindi sandok, kutsaritang asukal. Kung pwede, brown sugar para hindi masyado yung
Yes,
kapay.
or honey, pwede
Or
rin.
honey.
O tsaka kurot ng
Kurot lang ha, kurot.
Kurot ng asin.
ng asin.
At
I-shake mo
may
na.
konting lime.
May
O
konting
kalamansi.
lime. Sige.
Oh.
Wag nalagyan ng vodka, hindi na pwede yun.
Huwag na. Kung nag-vodka ka, baka mag-overheat ka pa.
Herc, maraming salamat sa oras na binigay mo sa amin ngayong araw na to.
Sure.
I'm sure we will check back on you again one of these weeks.
Thank
Salamat.
you, Idol. Thank you, Idol.
Thank you also for inviting me. Salamat.
Thank you. Mga kaibigan, ang strength and conditioning coach and of course a veteran trainer ng PBA, Mr. Herc Calianta. Very nice tips, partner.
Ganda.
Ngayon, magagamitin mo na yan. Saka pag sumasakit ang ulo mo sa golf, ang ibig sabihin nun ay...
Pangit yung score mo.
Alright, mga kapatid, bago tayo magtapos, gusto lang po namin i-announce yung mga pangit ang score. Hindi to. Ito po yung mga nanalo ng Joyride top-up promo natin, mga kapatid. This week, mananalo ng 1,000 pesos e-wallet credits mula sa Joyride Super App. Si Allen Saco, si Karen Aline Honra, si Ion Cruz, si Evan Tarinque, and Oloisa Dizon. Congratulations sa inyo lahat. 1,000 pesos e-wallet credits. At yung nanalo naman ng ating Joyride Limited Edition Aqua Flask last week. Ito po yung nanalo. Flash natin, Santi, Mike? Medyo na... Wala ba? Wala tayong Wi-Fi flash? Mukhang... sige. Announce lang natin po sa ating Facebook page kung wala ngayon because medyo tayo ay nagmamadali.
Wala ka po sa oras.
Partner, again, a lot of things happen na napag-usapan natin. The NBA playoff should be very exciting. And obviously, itong mga tips ni Herc, napakahalaga. But again, ang sinasabi natin, mag-ingat sila ngayong panahon ng tag-init. Talagang.
Actually, itong show ngayon, very informative. At exciting for the NBA.
Sana patuloy pong tumutok kayong lahat sa mga laro ngayon pong darating na linggo. Again, nanalo po ang Miami Heat doon sa mga fans ng Miami
Congratulations,
Heat. Congratulations, kalaban ng Chicago Bulls. They're now into the playoffs against the Boston Celtics. Alright, diyan po kami magtatapos ni Partner Jera. Again, marami po salamat sa inyong pagsubaybay. Sa lahat po ng lagi namin sinasabi tuwing Sabado, bawal ang masungit. Dapat nakangiti parang si Jera Season. At sa lahat po ng ating gawain, ad maiorem Dei gloriam, all for the greater glory of God. Kami po ang 1PH Teleserbisyo para sa Pilipino. Susunod na po ang inyong paboritong inay ko po. Again, happy sports weekend mga kapatid. More power, more play.
Happy weekend.
Kapwa ko Pilipino, ipagmalaki ang galing na meron tayo. Ilantad ang likas nating talento at magdala ng saya sa mundo. Sa harap ng pagsubok ay di susuko, para sa pangarap tayo'y porsigido. Magpakitang gilas na at magpapatalo, ipagdiwang natin ang Pilipino. Yan ang Pinoy. Mula noon at hanggang ngayon, talento natin ang bida. Mula sa simpleng bakuran hanggang entablado natin ipakita. May pagsubok man ng Pinoy, pinalalakas ng saya. San man tayo sa pulo, tsumbe, sibay, lakay, amiga. Sama-samang pakita ang galing natin katropa. Sa kapwa ko Pilipino.